Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend from yet another sunny spring day here in Devon. It's been an exceptional spring so far across the UK as far as sunshine is concerned, and we'll have a full breakdown of spring stats on our social media channels by the beginning of next month. But for the rest of May, for the rest of meteorological spring, there is simply more sunshine to come, widely up and down the country. And there'll be increasing temperatures. Later this week, northern and western areas seeing the highest temperatures. Subtle changes into the start of next week, more significant changes later the next week. More on that in a moment. But for the time being, well, not everywhere is dry, because on Wednesday night some weather fronts are bringing cloud and outbreaks of rain to northern Scotland. But they're soon out of the way by the start of Thursday, and then the high pressure builds back in, but it builds to the east of the UK. That means we're going to see more of an easterly airflow, and that will change the distribution of temperatures by the time we get to Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So Thursday, the distribution of temperatures mean that it will be hottest in the south, southwest, South Wales, West Wales, southwest England as well, seeing 26, perhaps 27 Celsius. Much cooler to the north of Scotland. But look at Scotland, the north of Scotland, by Friday and Saturday, 28 Celsius here, especially around the Moray coast. That could be the warmest place in the whole of the country, and certainly the warmest day of the year so far in Scotland. What's going on? Well, that easterly breeze is bringing cooler air to the North Sea coast as well as the English Channel coast. It's actually quite a cool airflow, but it's warming up on Friday and Saturday as it crosses the country because of all that strong sunshine. Then, as it moves over the higher ground of, say, central parts of Scotland, it warms up and dries up even further, so that when it comes down on the other side of the mountains, well, those temperatures are even higher than they were before. This is called the Föhn effect. Northern Scotland will benefit most from this. 28 Celsius, like I say, mid to high 20s elsewhere across parts of northern and western Britain. By Sunday, similar sorts of temperatures, widely 25 to 28 Celsius, northern and western Britain. It's cooler on the coasts. But Monday you can see a change. Now, North Sea coast will be much warmer, but the coasts of, say, northwest Scotland, much cooler. The winds are starting to shift, and those are the subtle changes I talked about for the start of next week. More on that in a second. The main headlines for the next 5 days are that it will simply be sunny skies for the vast majority, and the highest temperatures will be in the north and the west. There is some small print though. There are always exceptions to the rule, and that is that the heat could spark a thunderstorm across, say, the Northwest Highlands on Saturday and Sunday, and there's always the chance of some coastal mist, har and fret affecting North Sea coasts. But UV and pollen worth paying attention to. This is a snapshot for Saturday, and it shows UV levels very high in the south, high elsewhere, so make sure you cover up if you're spending time outdoors. And pollen levels, well, if you suffer from grass pollen allergies, then we're just about entering the grass pollen season. Those levels are increasing, and we can expect high levels in the south, moderate elsewhere, but with low levels across northeastern parts of the country. Now, for the start of next week, like I say, subtle changes taking place as an area of low pressure approaches northern Scotland. This will bring cooler and more unsettled weather to the north. However, as that moves in, we start to lose that cool easterly further south, and we could import warmer air from the continent into southern Britain. So there's the potential during Tuesday and Wednesday for southern parts of England and South Wales to be even hotter. Could even approach 30 Celsius. But further north, it looks likely that we'll see increased cloud, an increased chance of rain or showers by Wednesday, and cooler air arriving. And those trends are apparent on these graphs. The bottom one is for Reading, the top one is for Glasgow, and it just shows that north-south difference. You can see the temperature trend, those red boxes going along the axes there, and the bigger the boxes are, the more uncertainty, the more spread in the most probable temperatures. But you can see quite clearly that upward trend for both Reading and Glasgow during the next few days. Now, Glasgow cools off then after Saturday and into next week, but Reading rises even higher during Tuesday and into Wednesday before that then starts to cool off. But the boxes also increase, and that means there's increased uncertainty around the middle of next week for that timing, for the timing of the change to cooler air. And a similar thing with rainfall. This is a forecast rainfall chart for Reading on the bottom and Glasgow on the top. And you can see a very clear dry signal, nothing there for the next 5 days. But for Glasgow, there's just a hint there of something going on from around Monday, Tuesday, and that gets stronger, that signal, into the middle of next week. But for Reading, a couple of days later with that signal. So it looks likely that northern parts of the country will see a change to cooler, more unsettled weather around the early part of next week. Southern parts of the country will get hotter for a time before then, also starting this gradual change to cooler, more unsettled weather with an increased chance of rain or showers. Welcome news perhaps for gardeners and from farmers, but for the time being, plenty more of that spring sunshine to come